Hong Kong has never gone into a stage of a complete city lockdown. In some of the European countries where they practice a city lockdown, residents are simply not allowed to leave their home except for some very essential purposes. But we have never adopted that practice. And in fact, many renowned experts have now trying to study our situation. Why do Hong Kong succeed in keeping the confirmed cases at a low level without drastic measures like the complete city lockdown? And I do think that is a very interesting topic for further research. Now, to answer your question of when we may need to go back to some more tight social distancing measures, of course, this depends on the situation of the infection. The strategy that Hong Kong has been adopting and advocated by some of our experts is what we call a suppress and lift strategy. So in light of the number of confirmed cases and the likelihood of the spread of the disease in the community, we will have to suppress in order to make sure that there will be no surge in the number of confirmed cases as we have seen in some neighboring regions. So, but when the situation of the infection stabilizes, that is a time for lifting. That is loosening a bit so that society can operate in more normally, especially for the business and for individuals' behavior. We are now right in the stage of lifting, because we don't have a local case for 16 days already, and the number of imported cases is very, very low. And we are now quite confident that the system of testing and holding that we have put in place for all arrivals from overseas would enable us to control the number of imported cases. So this is a time for lifting. And this afternoon, we have announced a number of lifting measures. Of course, if the situation continues to stay at the current level, no local cases, very few imported cases, then at the end of the 14-day period, that is the 22nd of May, of course, that would be the time for more relaxation. But on the other hand, if the situation turns a bit more tricky with suddenly a local case surfacing, then we will have to go back maybe to some suppression measures. So that's why we said that we really have to monitor the situation very closely in order to take the necessary and pertinent response measures.